You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily and you're watching City TV. Now let's move from the Greater Accra region and go to the Volta region where something very unfortunate happened over the weekend. So two persons lost their lives in an accident. Now the details of the story can be found on the citynewsroom.com, and it says two persons are feared dead after the vehicle they were traveling in was involved in an accident at Chito along the Ho-Accra highway. Now, the incident involved a Ford pickup with registration number GE2853-17, which was heading to the cemetery after a burial service of a former lecturer at the University of Ghana. Now, 6 others also sustained various degrees of injuries as a result of Saturday's crash. Eyewitnesses say the driver of the Ford pickup was unable to avoid a pothole in a curve after an oncoming car showed up and fell into the pothole, leading to the car somersaulting. Officials from the Ho West District Police Command, who were directing traffic during the procession, rushed to the scene to maintain law and order and also send the victims to the Ho Teaching Hospital. Now, the police is quoted as saying that this is a serious accident, but we weren't here when it occurred. So we are yet to ask eyewitnesses how the whole thing happened. We are even yet to know the occupants of the vehicle. So it goes on. This is attributed to District Police Commander for Ho West, DSP Sebastian Meyer. Now we have a report put together by my colleague from the Volta region, Selassie Ago, for TV. Let's take a look at it.
To meet this thing. So we are here to know the occupants, where they are coming from. You get my point? And so we are here to see, to know where they are coming from.
What do you think happened?
It's an accident. Yes, but accident now, we don't know how it happened because we were not here. So we are here to ask eyewitnesses of how the whole thing happened. So we have just taken the injured to the hospital. So later, investigations will determine what actually took place. They were injured, 4 or 5 of them, I think about 6 of them, yes. They've been taken to the hospital. Then that the doctor will confirm them dead or otherwise.
Quite unfortunate. Now, this is a report that was put together by Desmond Selassie Ago, and Selassie joins us on the phone. Welcome to Breakfast Daily, Desmond. Right, so just give us a picture, of the area where the accident occurred. How is the place like?
On the highway. So where exactly the accident happened? A curve. Or it's not a curve.
Right, Desmond, can you hear me? Right, so we'll re-establish contact with him and then he will give us details of the accident. But this is what happened over the weekend, two persons losing their lives as a result of a pothole in a curve. This happened on the Ho-Accra highway. So they had gone to the cemetery, to bury a former lecturer of the University of Ghana, and this happened. So I just wanted us to get the details from Selassie and know how deep the pothole is, because when you read the report and when you listen to the conversation that is going on, well, I think we have Selassie back on the line. Selassie, so you were telling us how the place is.
Yes, so it's when you are about to negotiate a curve. Before that, there are 30 potholes there. So the driver was trying to avoid entering one of the deep potholes there. So in the process of doing that, he mistakenly, or since he was overspeeding, it wasn't possible for him to avoid that, and he entered it and the car somersaulted.
But how deep is the pothole?
It's very deep, Prima.
Now, if you can also share with us, is that area a spot where accidents are often recorded?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Accidents often occur there due to the nature of the curve. It's still possible at all. So for a person who is not too conversant with the route, he might be able, or if possible, something bad may occur if care is not taken.
Right. Now, in your interaction with the police, what exactly did they say apart from telling us they are going to be investigating what happened? Did they speak about the road? Did they talk about possible issues or how they intend to solve the problem?
Well, the police are yet to give me any tangible information. What I heard from them was they are yet to open investigation into what really happened. Since the survivors are at the hospital, they can't just go to them for their treatment. So they are just waiting for them to be okay, so they take their treatment. So for now, they are only waiting for the survivors.
Now, prior to this weekend accident, have you been able to, for instance, speak to any authority regarding the road and the lives that it seems to be claiming? For instance, the DCE, the MP, whoever, I mean, roads and highways in the area.
Okay, so before that, I spoke to the highway authority. That was before the accident occurred, and I was told they will be doing something on the road to Accra Road. That road is not in a very good condition. For some years now, the road has been in a very terrible condition, and drivers, motorists, they don't complain of the bad nature of the road, and I was promised something nice to be done to the road. But for now, it's still in a bad condition.
How busy is the road anyway?
It's a very busy road. It's the main road to Accra highway, so cars often pass there. Cars pass there almost every minute.
And if you can tell us communities around the area, you know, is it a densely populated area? How is the setup like?
So for Tito, for instance, we should be looking at something like 6,000, over 6,000 people living in Tito. We have Tetedo to Afikuma. Those are more densely populated areas.
Right, now let's also look at the discipline or indiscipline on the road. You know, it was a funeral, they were coming from burial and all that. Usually when things like this happen, how do people behave on the road?
Well, for issues of funeral, we know people get hyper in this kind of activity. So it might be one of these issues of indiscipline that may have caused the accident to occur. If the driver was to be patient a little bit, I don't think this will happen.
Right, so now I'm even short of words because this is a road that we all know that is very busy, and then there's been a pothole. Do you remember how long this nature has occurred? How long it's been there? You know, the pothole. Do you remember? Is it a recent occurrence? Has it been there for so long?
No, it's been occurring for some time now. I can remember last year, December, similar accidents happened there, and over 6 people were dead. So it's not something new that we have seen. It's been there for some time now.
No, talking about December, you just mentioned last year, December. We are all just getting closer to Christmas. December is also just around the corner. Usually when is such festive occasions, how is the area like?
For festive occasions, there's been no people going back to their hometowns, their villages. So the road comes very quickly. So I think something and before we are first.
Desmond? Right. Okay. So it looks like we've lost Desmond there again, but he's been trying to paint a picture, you know, of the area to us, and this is not something that just happened. In fact, he just mentioned that last year, December, that very spot also claimed lives of about 6 people, and this is what is there. So why are we not doing anything about it? We've lost 2 more people. Now he tells me that when it's festive occasions, people are moving up and down that road. The road is very, very busy, and rightly so, because it is the main Accra Ho Road highway, and so you can just imagine how busy that road is. And so if we have a killer pothole in there, something really needs to be done. This is just what happened. Now, if you have to go bury someone and you lose 2 more people in the process, this will be very difficult for the family and for Ghana at large. And this is something that really needs the attention of authorities. We cannot just be going around every pothole cutting cakes. Sometimes you just need to speak about it, and really things need to be done about it. So this is what happened over the weekend. 2 people claiming losing their lives in an accident as a result of a pothole on that stretch. Now, I'm told that we have the assemblyman of the area also joining us via phone. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Hello?
Yes, you're on air. Thank you very much for joining us. And can you please share with us your own view on the accident that happened over the weekend, claiming 2 lives?
My perception and my observation is that the potholes are in between Agatha or they when it just drive a little beyond Zion community, should be actually filled by highway. But they have not been doing that. So the community members in Zion have been doing that. But anytime they feel it, the rain comes in and it washes it away. So the best thing for the highway director and the engineer, they should leave their offices and actually fill the potholes. That is what I can say.
Right, and how long has this been going on? When did you notice that there are these killer potholes on the road?
Please, for that area, minor accidents have been happening involving motorbikes, tricycles, vehicles, and so on. But the recent one that happened, that was Saturday, they were going for a burial, then it happened. But the main issue on the ground is that the highway, you'll be filling the potholes. I mean, not just this area, but all the way from Ho to maybe Akikuma or Pong. They can fill the potholes on the way.
When was the last time you had a conversation about this with highways?
Oh, please, my, we don't see that as a systemic process. My DCP has been going to highways. Other authorities have been talking to them. Basically, I have spoken to when there was an issue around the patrol. I've spoken to the field engineer. He came there. They did what they could do to construct the new bridge. So we've been talking to them.
Right, but it appears that just talking is not enough because nothing has been done on the road from the highway. So what next? What do you intend to do next?
Okay. Well, our plans are that we're having a meeting today. After the meeting, we'll let the DC and those that matter write to highway authority so that it not just be verbal or telephone conversation no longer. It will be on record. That will be the next line of action.
Right. So let's look at the people who lost their lives. Are they indigents of the area? Do you know them?
For now, I know 2 of them, but I know 2 of them.
Okay, right. So have you been able to also go see the injured ones?
Yes, I've sent people to visit them in the hospital and we need to make them doing it.
And how are they doing?
They are recovering. One discharged and 1 or 2 they are discharged at their home.
Right. Thank you very much. Mr. Samuel Into is the assemblyman for Chito in the Volta region. So we've been talking about an accident in that area that claimed 2 lives and leaving some 6 others also injured. But we've been recording accidents, in the last 9 months, and this is worrying. The figures we are having quite worrying. So 2,126 persons have been killed in 9 months of 2021, and this is coming from the MTTD. So accidents are occurring now. The story reads that provisional data compiled by the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, MTTD, of the Ghana Police Service has revealed that the number of commuters killed in road traffic crashes for the first 9 months of the year 2021 rose by 16.3% compared to the same period last year. It increased from 1,827 between January and September 2020 to 2,126 in the first 9 months of this year. The data shows that 1,751 males made up of 193 below the ages of 18 and 1,558 who are 18 years and above were killed. Similarly, 375 females comprising 100 who are 18 years and below, as well as 275 aged 18 years and above also died from crashes. Now, out of the 2,126 killed in the first 9 months of this year, 607 commuters, representing 28.5% of all fatalities, were as a result of pedestrian knockdowns. In addition, 1,551 pedestrians were injured from knockdowns. Now, according to the data, 912 commuters, representing 42.8% of all fatalities, were killed by motorcycles. Similarly, out of the 11,659 persons injured, motorcycles also injured 3,553, which represents 30.4% of all commuters injured during the 9 months. Now, per the data, commercial vehicles also killed 725 commuters, and this represents 34.1% of total fatalities. In the same vein, now commercial vehicles also injured 5,546 people, which represent 47.5%. Now, it also revealed that 809 travelers, representing 23%, were killed by private vehicles. Similarly, 2,560 commuters, representing 21.9%, were also injured by private vehicles. In respect of the 20,225 vehicles involved in crashes, 8,608, that is 42.5%, were private vehicles. Now, 7,093, that is 35%, were commercial vehicles, whilst 4,524, that is 22.3%, comprised motorcycles. The worrying thing is that motorcycles, which have the lowest occupancy rate and carry fewer passengers, kill the highest number of commuters. Now, the regional breakdown includes Ashanti, that is 423, Accra 341, Eastern 357, Tema 151, Central 151, Bono 95, Western 91, Volta 84, Upper East 77, Savannah 72, Bono 70, Ahafo 56, Western North 54, Northern 46, Upper West 37, OT 15, and Northeast 6. Now, in respect of regional breakdown of pedestrian knockdowns, Accra leads with 169, Ashanti has 130, Eastern has 75, Central has 60, Tema has 43, Western 32, Bono 28, Volta 20, Upper East 16, Western North 10, Northern 7, Ahafo 7, Upper West 5, Bono East 5, while OT, Savannah, and Northeast did not record any death from pedestrian knockdowns. Now, the data also shows that Accra 154 tops the regional breakdown of motorcycle deaths, followed by Eastern, that is 146. Ashanti has 126. Upper East has 61. Bono East has 61. Tema has 54. Volta 48. Central 42. Bono 42. Ahafo 42. Western North 37. Northern 30. Western 29. Upper West 19. OT 11, Savannah 5, and Northeast 5. Now, there's interesting figures coming in there. Now, it goes on to give further breakdown of people dying and people getting injured from road traffic offences. Now, for regional breakdown of private vehicle deaths, Accra leads with 122. Ashanti has 119, Eastern has 69, Tema has 47, Central has 38, Western has 26, Bono East has 16, Volta has 15, Northern has 6, Upper West 6, Upper East 5, Bono has 5, Ahafo 5, Western North 5, Savannah 3, OT 2, and Northeast recorded nothing at all. Now, with regard to regional breakdown of commercial vehicle deaths, Ashanti recorded the highest with 178. Eastern had 142. Central had 71. Accra had 65. Savannah 64. Tema 50. Western 36. Bono 23. Volta 21, Bono East has 18, Upper West came with 12, Western North 12, Upper East 11, Northern 10, Ahafo 9, OT 2, and Northeast has 1. Now, in respect of the number of persons injured, that rose by 6.32% to 11,659 this year from the 10,996 recorded last year. Meanwhile, the total number of vehicles involved in crashes also increased from 17,724 last year to 20,225, represented 14.11% rise. Now, the number of motorcycles that crashed during the 9 months also went up by 11.81% from 4,046 in 2020 to 4,524 this year. Right, so the total number of private vehicles involved in accident also increased from 7,060 last year to 8,608, an increase of 21.93%. In the same vein, commercial vehicles that crashed witnessed 7.18% spike from 6,618 last year to 7,095 this year. Now, also a total number of reported crashes rose by 12.61% to 11,858 this year compared to 10,530 last year. So these are the figures coming in, breakdown of road crashes on those who died and those who have had injuries, and now we know which region is recording the highest. And so this is what is going on: road accidents claiming lives and maiming many, and it's about time we really paid serious attention to what is happening on our road. A real cause, to look at indiscipline on our roads. So well, you can now see on your screens that is residents of Ho filling potholes themselves. I mean, the call to authorities are not yielding any positive results, and so they have taken it upon themselves to do the needful because they are the ones dying, and so they have resorted to filling the potholes themselves. But you ask yourself, how long will this last? I mean, one rainfall and we have everything washed away. But in the interim, this is what residents can do. Quite unfortunate. You see how people are doing stuff by themselves, people with pickers, people with shovels, women carrying sand to fill potholes because they just can't leave things as they are, just to be dying. And so this is what is happening. Right, so this accident happened over the weekend. Now, this is weeks before the Chito accident. Residents of the area trying to fix the road themselves. Now, you can see that it didn't really do much to help the situation, because regardless of filling the potholes, accidents occurred. And once again, lives were lost. Many others have also been injured. So this is it. It's very important that we really pay attention to solve some of these problems, because it can't go on and on like this. And we can only talk about them. We can only call on authorities to do this. And if it's not happening, not much can be done. Now, I have a message from Facebook and says, good morning, Frema. I cracked my alloy wheel at the same spot last November, and the repairs cost was close to 1,200 cedis. This is Kwesi Busumru. So, well, that is coming in there as well. So if you do not even lose your life, if you do not get yourself injured, you are really going to be paying the cost of fixing your vehicle, because this is terrible. You know, one accident and a pothole that is claiming lives, a pothole that is causing damage to vehicles, that is causing injuries to many people. This is the call from the people of Ho and Ghanaians in general, that attention must be given to our roads. You know, some of the very busy roads need to be fixed. This is Breakfast Daily. We take a break here. We'll be right back.